Hello and very good evening, everybody. Hi, my name is Shiva Srivastava, and I am the head of finance here at IIM Skills. And today, me and a very special faculty, Mr. Varun, he will be leading the session for all of you guys. Before we could start this session, I need a quick acknowledgement from everyone that you all are able to hear my voice clearly. We have Hema, Insha Kef, Manjunath, Prisha, Sanata, Sheikh Abu, and Sudiksha Kaushik. If you can acknowledge in the chat box that you can hear my voice clearly, and then we will start. Rakesh is also have joined. If you can confirm, thank you so much, Manjunath. What about others? If you all can acknowledge, thank you so much, Hema. Perfect. Seems we are on track. Let me start with it. Okay, fine. So let me quickly create the agenda of this today's orientation session so that we all should be aligned onto the same page. Okay. So within this orientation session, the first thing that we will be talking about that is what is investment banking. Nowadays, into the finance domain, if you will look at, there is a huge buzz around what is investment banking. Why there is so much of demand into investment banking, what exactly investment banking means, we will have a detailed discussion around this particular topic. A lot of you may be from finance background, a lot of you may be from non-finance background. So for all of us, it is very important to understand that what is investment banking, to get the clarity on this topic. This is number one part that we are going to discuss. Later to it, we will be talking about that why investment banking is so important in the market, why every other company is looking for an investment banker, why there are so many career opportunities are available, what type of career opportunities are available, what type of job roles a person will be getting. We will have a detailed discussion around this topic. And once we have the clarity about why there is so much of buzz around this topic, then we will talk about that if we wanted to get into the industry of investment banking, then what sort of skill sets are actually required, what sort of, I would say, curriculum that you should follow, that if you have to get into the investment banking job. So we will talk about every single topic in detail. And one more request I have to everyone, that let's make this particular demo session much more interactive. During the session, if you have any questions, any doubt, please do ask your questions, get your questions clarified. And when Varun will be actually leading the session for you guys, you all will have the access to ask your questions in the chat box. And at the end of the session, we will have an open Q&A. Then we will be giving you the mic access and everything. Okay. So without wasting much of your time, I would like to first of all introduce Mr. Varun, who will be the co-host of this particular session. Let me share his screen, I mean his profile basically with you. So Varun is somebody who already hold more than 10 years of experience into the finance domain. He is somebody who is already running multiple ventures into the market, which are operational on domestic level, international level. He has already written multiple books. His work is already been published in one of the renowned university, that is Stanford University. And today he will be sharing his overall experience with you guys so that you can actually get the clarity upon the overall domain. So without wasting much of your time, I would like to quickly request Varun sir, if you can come ahead and take over the session from here and guide our students. Varun sir, if you can come ahead.
Thank you for the kind introduction. Hi guys, myself Varun, and we are gonna today talk about investment banking. Just to add a few more things, in my last entire, I would say more than a decade of journey, I have been working with investment banks. The work that I have done has been related to buy side, sell side mandates, helping the companies raise funds, providing them advisory, providing them collateral help for analyzing the due diligence and everything that was related to mergers, acquisition, restructuring, and everything. So let's get started without any delay. The first thing that comes to our mind when we hear the word investment banking is M&A, right? Mergers and acquisition is the first thing that comes, followed by capital raising. So these are a few things that would come to the mind while hearing the words investment banking. So what is exactly investment banking is what we are going to talk about right now. Investment banking is an elite profession. It is a service in the financial domain that relates to working on complex transactions. The clients of investment banks are big brands. They could be government, they could be non-profit organizations, they could be conglomerates, they could be MNCs, and in fact, the HNIs as well. So, what does investment bank do? They do a lot of things. But before we enter into that, let's understand their job through a layman example. So, let's assume a scenario. There is a house, there is a person, Mr. B, and there is a person, Mr. S. B is the buyer, S is the seller, and they approach a broker. S approaches to sell the house, B approaches to buy the house. Broker is the intermediary here. So let's say we are representing the buyer. What would happen? He would say, okay, I'm looking for a property that should be this much budget, it should have these many amenities and all that stuff. This is what buyer would do. Then the broker is doing a buy side mandate work. But if seller approaches this buyer and says, hey, this is my property, can you sell it? He say, okay, let's get this done. Let's get this repair work done. Let's get this thing added to your property. Let's get this furniture included. Whatever changes, whatever restructuring is needed, he would recommend and then represent that to the prospective buyer as a brilliant opportunity to invest their money. Then that person is doing a sell side job. Apart from that, broker would be involved in negotiations, would be attending the meetings, arranging the meetings, and doing the right pricing for the property and handling the paperwork. So this is what a broker would do in a normal scenario. Now, in similar cases, investment banker is going to do the same thing for the companies who want to raise funds, the companies who want to acquire another brand, the companies who want to merge. All they would approach to the investment banker, and investment banker would do this particular thing for those companies, providing them strategic advisory and helping them achieve their financial goals. Okay. Now, M&A is often considered as a single word, but it has a different meaning. So M stands for merger and A stands for acquisitions. They are two different things. For example, you must be aware about the recent transaction wherein Zomato acquired Blinkit, which was formerly known as Grofers. So what happened? The operations of Blinkit were consolidated under the umbrella of Zomato. So Blinkit is now a subsidiary. It doesn't have its own existence as a different entity. It comes under the umbrella of Zomato. So that is a classic case of acquisition. Merger would be when there are two companies, A and B, they combine together and form a new company, C. That would be a merger. Now both the entities don't exist. They have combined to form a new entity, a fresh new entity, that is C. Now, this is not always going to be the case that the companies keep on buying and selling. And probably why should they do? Some people would sell because they are approaching their retirement age. They need funds, or they are not able to run this industry, this particular company in a particular industry. Why would someone buy? It could be that, okay, I think this would help me eliminate competition. This would help me get a better edge of technology. This could help me make more money. It could be a different type of reason for every acquisition or every merger. But some businesses would not want to sell their stake, or some investors would not be willing to buy the entire business. So then what is the way out? They might be interested in participating up to a certain extent. For example, you run a business. Now you want to expand into a particular geography. You want to launch a new product. You want to spend a lot of money on R&D. You want to explore how AI can help your business and you want funds for that. So all of this can be handled through the capital markets. Broadly, you would either be investing money, or here in this case, raising money through debt or equity. Debt would come with its own cost. It is cheaper, but obviously you have a burden to honor the obligations on a periodic basis. Equity doesn't have any obligation, but it is a costly one because that investor would now influence your decision making. They have voting powers. There would be unlimited participation in your profits. as well as losses. Okay. So now in that case, the capital markets would help achieve the goals of a business to raise funds. Now, sales and trading. This is gonna be further about handling the proprietary investments. For example, trading in a share market, large funds. And this is not what a retail investor would do, probably an institutional investor. The insurance company, all these obviously invests the money that they ask the people to pay in terms of premium or subscribe to their particular plans. They have to invest, they have to manage. So investment bankers would help them do that. Asset management is basically managing that, managing the portfolio, managing the analysis, the diligence, and all that stuff of the properties or of the assets or of the companies or of the portfolios that they have invested. I said all of this because as you grow further in your business, you not only keep the money in your bank, you will either invest it in other companies, you will either invest it in land, you will either invest it in commodities. So there are different ways of investing money, and that's again rooted through the advice of an investment bank. Now, restructuring and turnaround. This is very interesting. It's not always good days for the business. Certain days would be like very crucial and very bad as well. That would decide the future of the company. For example, the company has been incurring losses. They are almost close to bankruptcy. In that case, it would be called a sick unit, SICK. Now, in that case, what would the company need? They need an advice how they can get better, how they can turn around the situation, restructure their business. So they will approach an investment bank and they would say, okay, could you please tell me what am I doing wrong? Could you please provide your consultation, your advisory, so that I can make my business better? So they might say things like, okay, let me study your capital structure. You have a 80% of your capital or 60% of your capital is on loan, and the interest rate of that loan is 20%, which is very, very high. Right now, the market is probably 18% or 70%. So you need to shift your loan, you need to refinance your capital. The other example could be I see that 30% of your operating expenses go in payroll. That means you are a labor intensive company. You spend a lot of money on that payroll or the employee cost. Why don't you look for automation? Why don't you look for doing a few processes through technology? That would be one of the advice. So, similar to this, the companies approach them for advisory. Now you can read it and understand what goes M&A, what is ECM, DCM, that is a capital market for the classified into two, sales and trading, research, and asset management. This is a word that you must have heard a lot. HNIs, the high net worth investors or individuals who are ultra rich people, but invest on behalf of them, maybe through trust, maybe through their individual capacity. Now, if we talk about the three types of investment banks, so broadly they can be classified into three categories. One is a bulge bracket investment bank, second one is a mid market, and the third one is a boutique. They are classified based on their size, based on the services, based on their expertise. So, for example, bulge bracket banks, they are the biggest in the hierarchy. They are gonna be the ones which would provide services, all types of investment banking services globally. And these are the names that everyone knows. Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Citibank, Standard Bank. So they are gonna serve the clients across the globe. Mid-market firms are smaller than bulge bracket but bigger than boutique. They are going to serve the companies that are smaller when compared to the clients of bulge bracket, but again bigger than what a boutique firm would serve. They might have certain specifications in geography, certain specifications in the services, industry, or size, or whatsoever. Now, boutique firms, these are very small. These could be as small as 5 people, 10 people, 20 people, 50 people. And they are very specific to a particular geography, a particular type of consultation or service offering, and a particular type of industry. For example, they might only invest in technology, only in healthcare, only in banking and finance. So that could be a differentiation. And every job here would be different. Okay. Because of their expertise. For example, a boutique firm, let's say, deals only in M&A advisory. They don't do restructuring and turnaround. So that's going to not be a part of the service offering. Okay. Now, what are the skills that are required to become an investment banker, which is very important? Obviously, whatever we discussed until here, you need to know the mergers and acquisition, ECM, DCM, restructuring and turnarounds. You need to understand LBOs. What is an LBO now? This is a new term. We are hearing it for the first time today. LBO is basically a type of a transaction wherein the purchase price is funded majorly through debt. For example, let's say you are buying this for 100 rupees. Now, if this is the purchase price of this company is 100 and you are getting it sponsored through 80 rupees of debt and 20 rupees of equity, this is a classic example of LBO because you are leveraging the debt for buying out. Buyout means that you are buying a company and changing the ownership. There are certain new terms here, the SPAC, PIPE, and hybrid instruments. What is the SPAC now? And what is a PIPE? These are basically different ways of how you deal in a real case scenario while working on transactions. For example, SPAC stands for Special Purpose Acquisition Company. These are the companies which are created only for the purpose of acquiring a business. They don't have any operations. They are created only for the purpose of acquisition. Interesting. That's what you need to know as an investment banker. Now, PIPE. PIPE is very interesting. For example, if there is a public company, it is not always gonna raise funds through the IPOs, FPOs, or shares. They have other routes also. Now, PIPE is basically a private investment in a public entity, a particular private placement, a particular group of companies, a particular group of private retail investors forming a cartel or a institutional investor. If it is investing into the business that is a publicly listed entity, it is called a PIPE. Now, ESG impact investing. Right now, in this world of today, businesses are very sensitive to the economy, to the environment, both. It's not always gonna be, when I say economy, it's not always gonna be financial reasons to start a business or investor. They are going to be sensitive that how are they in terms of sustainability, how are they in terms of the environment responsibility, and what is going to be the impact if it is working for a particular community, if it is working for a particular type of I would say disease or a particular type of purpose, then what is that? Because that is gonna influence the decision of certain groups of investors. Then forecasting and projection, then DCF valuation. This is small to write but big to learn. You talk about how to make a financial model, how to do a DCF valuation, how to do WACC analysis, how to do beta, how to do a working capital schedule, how to do a loan schedule, amortization, how to do a turnover analysis. All that stuff is part of financial modeling and valuation under forecasting, projections, and valuation of DCF. Now, this is the module names that would be covered. This is how I generally try to position it. And within this, if I have to position it further, this is how I will do. So these are what I call as foundational modules. This is going to keep the foundation of your investment banking learning. And interestingly, whatever you will learn here is not gonna restrict you only to an investment banking career because the skills that you are gonna learn here would be applicable in equity research, in corporate finance, in private equity investing, and different fields like that. I'll tell you how. So, in introduction to investment banking, what is investment banking? Different types of investment banks. What are their services? What do you need to know how to serve the companies? How? What are the types of clients? How do you get that? All that stuff is gonna be covered in the introduction part. Then this involves a lot of understanding about the accounting statements, about a lot of financial concepts or jargons. So this is gonna be very important, and this is designed in a way that people who have zero knowledge about finance or who are freshers or who are from a science background, humanities background, or someone who is trying to switch their career, they can lay the foundation. And if you are from commerce background, certain terms might be familiar to you. So this is probably the chance for you to ace that again. Okay. Then these are the tools that you are going to use the most, Excel and PowerPoint, and you need to be master with that. You just not need to complete the work. You have to be good with the shortcuts, with the different features in Excel, even the formula, so that you can actually make the best out of these tools for your productivity and for building the robust and a compelling financial model as well as a deck. Then, in terms of financial modeling techniques and applications, we talk about how to make the different types of models. We are going to talk about the different schedules and everything related to that. Business valuation, DCF, NAV, relative valuation, market approach, all of that would be covered. So broadly, if I tell you, there are three approaches: income approach, market approach, and cost approach. Income approach includes DCF. Market approach includes indexes. Cost approach includes variable cost, fixed cost, analysis that includes LBO and all these things. So this is just a few details about particular module. Then automation and emerging tools in AI. This is very interesting. You need to know Power BI these days. You need to know Tableau. You need to understand Python. All of this is a must to have in terms of your skill set if you want to be an investment banker of today or a financial analyst of today. This is a must to have. So this is what I call as new age tools. Then all this time you would be going through your assignments and case studies, which would be part of your IIM skills training program. After that, once you clear all of that, we will help you sit with the projects that would be offered by JP Morgan, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, so that if that is type of the work that you can do and complete a project, that means you are ready to hit the floor, you are ready to hit the placement. And placements would not happen directly. You have to go through a certain process. The process would be your LinkedIn profile will be optimized, your CV will be optimized. You would go through a few mock interviews so that you are ready technically and in terms of presenting your skill set while going for the placements. In that sense, if let's say you are part of this module right now, okay, and you have an assignment, a lot of them would be proctored. You will be doing it live with the faculty, whether it's building a financial model, whether it is attempting a quiz. And every module has a quiz that you have to do. It's not that there are five modules and then you have one test. No. Every module has their own assessment because it is very important to be good at each and every module. Then only you can move to the next. Now, coming back to the point, let's say you are in this module and you are unable to clear a few topics because you are doing it for the first time. No worries. That's what we are here for. You are paying something to learn and you should learn. So if you are unable to clear the test, there would be passing marks. You are supposed to redo this module. We don't want to rush you through the course completion, and we are happy to do reclasses for you to make sure that you actually learn. And when I say reclasses, that doesn't mean that you will be doing it through recordings. You would be doing it again live without any charge, obviously, because the objective is to have you learn these concepts so that the next module is a cakewalk. It doesn't have to be a difficult piece because if you don't understand the foundation, it would be difficult to understand the technical part, and that's not going to do any good. That's how we are structured. Assessments at every stage, reclasses if there is anything unclear. There will be doubt sessions that you can attempt. So doubts, if you want to ask, you can ask it in the live class. You will have the contact details of a faculty. You can approach them. You can ask it in dedicated doubt sessions, which would be on Zoom. So that ways you are fully covered in terms of your learnings, in terms of your assessment, in terms of your doubts, in terms of your certification, in terms of your internships, and in terms of your placements. And once you are done, you will get to understand Tableau, Power BI for the learnings of your data analysis, visualization, and dashboarding. You would be covering Alpha Advantage, Cap IQ, and FactSet for your valuation purposes to get the financial data. NumPy and Pandas would be covered under Python. Gamma and ChatGPT AI for your automation and for new age tools. Notion is for, again, workflow management. These days, everyone doesn't sit in a single office and work. They work through different places. The economy is global. So Notion is very important for you to understand how to manage your work and how to be more efficient. Once you are through with this, you can expect a career in investment banking, into project financing, into private equity, venture capital, credit research, and all these particular domains. Because the curriculum is not designed to have you learn a particular skill, it is designed to learn a lot of skills which are overlapping with different types of departments and domains. If you are learning how to prepare a financial model, you can obviously do that in your corporate finance. You can do it in your FP&A. You can prepare it for a CFO. If you're doing a valuation and want to specialize in that particular type of work, go for valuation advisory. If you're talking about asset management, you are talking about all of that, then portfolio management is your thing. So All these skills can have their own specialization, and you can venture into any of those. Okay, so that's what investment banking is. To summarize, I would say investment banking is a profession that would help businesses solve real life problems related to their funding, related to their synergies, related to their mergers and acquisitions. Then the skills that you would require are related to understanding of the different types of deals, M&A, LBO, restructuring, the mechanisms of impact investing, ESG, SPAC, PIPE, and skills like financial modeling, well, business valuation, and being able to maintain and prepare collaterals like CIM, teaser. Now, this is the first time you're hearing those words. So, whenever you reach any place, what do you do the first? If you are looking for an investment, you want to learn more about them. So, that's what investment banker will help you. They will share the brochures. They will share a few pages about their company. They will share the data room, which has all the financial analysis. So, maintaining and building those VDRs, that is called a virtual data room, is the job of an investment banker. And that's again part of the curriculum. So all in all, this course can fully equip you for the tools that are of today, including the tools that are non-financial, but important in the finance world now, that are like Tableau, Power BI, and Python. They were initially only for data analytics, but now you must know them if you want to be an investment banker or a financial analyst of today. Okay, so that's it from my side. I'll pass on to the counseling head for the next steps and your questions. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Varun sir, for the lovely explanation about the overall investment banking as a domain. Let me quickly share my screen with everyone so that uh, the thing what I am looking to share from my side, they all will be able to see. So I hope everyone you can see my screen. If you can quickly give me a acknowledgement in the chat box, and let me also give you the access to ask your questions in between if you have any. Now, if any one of you have a question, you can ask your questions. Thank you so much for confirming. So we have Harsha, Hema, Insha Kaif, Maheshwar, Manan, Manjunath, Nikita, Nishant, Pradeep, Sanita, Selvam, Sheikh, Mr. Sheikh, Shubham, Sudiksha. If any one of you have a question, you can ask your question. Anybody as of now has a question? If you do not have a question, guys, you can simply write in the chat box that there are no questions as of now. Any one of you has a question? If any one of you wants to unmute and ask your question, you have the access. You can ask your question, guys.
Yeah, hello, hi, Nishan this side.
Yes, Nishant.
So just want to check with you. See, I am completely from the tech background, okay? I am a BTech holder,
Mhm.
okay? Although I'm completely working as an HR.
Okay.
So I want to switch my domain to this. So how suitable this for me, and what will be the future if I go ahead with this program? Because it's not about only one job, it's about a future, right?
Right.
So how
So,
much?
Nishant, how many years of experience you have into the other domain?
I have around 5 year of experience in the IT recruitment. Okay.
Okay.
But in IT recruitment, the salary is not booming too fast, right?
Right.
So
Right.
what will be the growth, and how profitable it is for me to invest the money on this sports
Got it.
in
Got it.
future?
Understood. See, Nishant, first of all, you have close to 5 years of experience. There
Mm-hmm.
is, no domain which can actually compensate your other industries experience, to be honest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but if earning is something that is the main reason because of which you are planning to switch, I'll tell you about the earning potential of this particular industry, and I'm sure uh, when you have the understanding of investment banking and some sort of experience, you will be satisfied with the earning part. But still, just to create a fresher, usually who is entering into the investment banking as a, I would say, domain as a fresher, a person can expect between 4 lakh to 8 lakh per annum as a salary package. Okay. And if you hold around 5 years of experience into the investment banking, then you will be coming into the bracket where you are going to you will be dealing with the, I would say, the middle office jobs. Okay. And here the salary package is something that is way better than what I just mentioned for a fresher. So I will not ask about your salary package, but yeah, I'm sure you will be able to relate that, okay, if you are coming to investment banking, then this is going to be the salary package.
But
If I talk about,
how
yeah,
would I cope up with this? Because see, throughout my career, right, it's been almost 20 years by studying, and if I talk about a corporate, right?
hmm,
So I never familiar with the term like this equity and all, whatever that person is sharing me that, right?
right.
So
Mm-hmm,
I just understand few part. That is the last one, like Python, Power BI. So these are technical terms, so that I have heard somewhere. So I
mm-hmm.
am capable enough, like, okay, fine, these are the technical term I have heard about, right?
Understood.
But
Understood.
before entire half an hour to 45 minutes, I didn't understand anything. Like this terms is like completely what I say.
Absolutely new for you, basically, you are saying this, right?
Yeah, like if anybody is in at a zero stage, so I am in minus right now. If I talk.
Understood. Understood. See, here you need to understand the delivery structure of IIM skills. As Varun sir has clearly mentioned, that we will not be, going ahead with a mindset that, okay, we have to just complete the modules. No. If
Mm-hmm.
you are from a non-finance background, if you hold a different experience, different exposure altogether, what we do in the training program, let's say you are doing X module, we will be providing you the learning of that particular module right from ground zero, from
Okay.
basic section. And step by step, we will be moving to the advanced level. Once that module will get completed, still
Mm-hmm.
we will do a proper screening of yours. There will be some sort of test that we have designed to validate whether you are on the right track or not. You
Mm-hmm.
will be clearing that particular test. Once you will clear that particular test, then only we will be sending you in the next module as an individual. Otherwise, the challenges what you are facing, we will be working upon that portion, and then you will get an opportunity to clear that test once again. So the best way or the best part of this training program is every single module that we are providing you, we will make sure that once you have the clearance on that particular module, then only
Mm-hmm.
you will be going to the next module. Number two, this investment banking section, if I talk about, this is not something where this is a mandatory portion that a person should be from the finance background only, or let's say from commerce background only. Okay. There is
Okay.
no compulsion such as.
Okay.
Close to 50 to 55% companies are there which are just giving you a parameter that a person should be a graduate. Okay. They are not demanding that a specific domain you should be from. But if you hold the commerce background, for you, it will be easy to understand the terminology. Why? Because in your academics, you have already, learned all of those, I would say, section, what you have
Terminology, yeah, right.
actually, getting in detail. But again, here at IIM Skills, what we are doing, we are recreating the overall scenario for you once again from scratch. And the proper support, proper handholding will be provided to you. There is no
Mm-hmm.
limit that, okay, this is the duration or this is these many times only you can attend a module. No. Until or unless we are making sure that you are getting the clarity on X subject, then only we will be sending you to the Y subject. Okay. So this is the beauty of this training program. You will get the clarity on every single section. And when you are getting the clearance on every single section, in between, we are helping you to develop your own portfolio that I'm going to talk about in my further, I would say, explanation. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
you will have proper understanding about the overall industry, overall domain. You will have strong portfolio in your hand, strong certifications, and a proper job support, what is required. So this is all something what we will be making sure from our side. Okay.
So job security in a sense, see, you are mentioned that there are a lot of big name you have mentioned in the uh, training in the this demo session. So
Right.
just want to check with you. See, right now this all this lot of companies like JP Morgan or Morgan Stanley, correct? So they are like go for the IIM's graduate, right? IIM Bangalore or Ahmedabad, right?
Okay.
So like this. I hope you're getting my question, right?
I got it. I
See,
got it.
how do we cope up with them? Because see, the market is very stiff, and this Morgan Stanley or JP Morgan or
Hmm.
Deloitte or KPMG, correct?
Okay,
So
I
they
got
are
your question. Let
mostly
me help you
used
to
for
understand this portion.
correct, correct, correct.
See, ultimately, when we talk about the partnerships, so we have a clear bond that I cannot show here in this particular, live discussion because this particular session is getting
Yeah, that
recorded.
is confidential. I understand.
Yes, but after this particular demo session, maybe by tomorrow we can connect again and I can show you the real-time proof that okay, they hire from us, they have a partnership with us. That is number one.
Mhm,
Number two portion, there are three types of job opportunities when you
mhm.
will come into the investment banking.
Okay,
Initial level jobs are so-called back-end jobs, okay, where
okay.
mainly the beginners are actually coming and getting the exposure.
Mhm,
Second type of jobs are the, uh, I would say, the mid office jobs, where you have once you have the certain set of experience, then you will be moving to those areas. And final set of jobs are which are the, I would say, the front office jobs. When we talk about they consider the IIMs students or maybe the big university student, then we are talking about that maybe they need those guys where conceptually the people are really good at. But I'm not sure whether you have done this research or not. Whenever any person is going for any big university, like let's say for an example, IIMs,
mhm.
IIMs always ask you to do a proper internship to gain the practical exposure. Why? Because practical part is something IIMs will not be able to provide you. Theoretically, you will be getting good, I would say, mentorship from them. Why? Because they have the professors, not the professionals.
Correct.
Investment banking is being run through the professionals. So here we need somebody who is practically really good. Okay. So
Okay.
that is the reason industry is accepting an institute like IIM Skills where people are actually getting the hands-on exposure and the real-time part. When you have IIM's degree in your hand, that is being used only for the shortlisting part. But every company would want you to be skilled practically. If you are not
Mhm.
good at it, then in that case your degree will not help.
Okay.
IIM Skills is actually making sure that practically you should be good enough and
Yeah, it is
shortlisting
just like a kind of degree that access us to a lot of other companies as per
only
the
for the shortlisting purpose your name will
purpose.
be preferred,
Mhm.
but hiring is not guaranteed.
And what, see, as you mentioned, back-end job, front-end job, and what is this all about? Like, it's not including the sales thing and all, right?
No, 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 no. It is not like that. So
Like,
ultimately, these that okay, what level you are into. Let's say if you are coming into the investment banking directly, you cannot come into the mainstream of investment banking directly. You
no,
cannot
I
get
understand.
a
I
job
didn't
where you are
come.
directly dealing
Huh,
with the companies and doing the mergers and acquisitions. No,
correct. But
you
see,
will be
sales
starting
is
your.
also not a option, right? Sales, like if I start with a sales, correct, selling something stocks or something like that. So I think that will also not be there, right?
No, 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 no. This is not a sales related job. This
Hmm.
is a job where you are actually getting a job, a kind of mediator between the companies. Okay. This is
Okay.
the place where if a company wants to grow and you are the employee of that particular company, so into their decision making, if they are saying that we wanted to acquire Y company, should we hire or should we acquire that company or not? They will
Not.
question you, and you are somebody who will be doing the overall market research or preparing all the reports, looking at the investment that okay, whether this much of investment we should do to
Mhm.
acquire that company or not, proper models and everything you will be doing. Once the
Okay.
company will say that yes, finally we would like to acquire that company, then you will be responsible to contact that company and help with the overall merger process and everything, right? Because you are an investment banker, you are the consultant between both of these two companies. Like that, you will be the advisor basically in between the companies. Okay. So the job is related to that, not the sales job,
Okay. So I'm currently doing my work. So
right?
am I able to cope up with that time zone only, or should I have to like manage somehow?
I couldn't get your
Classes,
question. Your
classes,
voice.
like classes timing. Like I'm currently doing a job. My job timing is Monday to Saturday.
Hmm.
So when will be the classes and all will be
I'll
there?
talk about it just within few seconds. I'll just give a proper explanation on this, Nishant. Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much. And so, as you are mentioned that you can show me something by tomorrow or not in this call. So please just whenever you get time. So I
Hmm.
hope you have my number, right?
Who
So
is your mentor, Nishant?
see, to be very honest, I don't know. I got a link from. Just allow me a moment. I got a link from Amit Kumar.
Okay, so I'll just inform Amit that tomorrow he will, manage that particular, discussion, and he will be
With
showing
you
that
only, right?
particular section for you. Okay, there is no issue.
With you only, correct?
Maybe me, or maybe with the person who will deal with the partnerships and everything, because they will have the access of it. If I will get the access from them, then I will be the one who will be leading that discussion for you. Okay.
Yeah, please, if possible, then we can connect on the same time or anything in morning as well or afternoon as well. No worry, I don't
We
have.
will connect. We will check out the time where when you are also available. Then we will take this forward. Okay.
Yeah, fine.
All
So
right, Nishan.
fine then. And about the course fee and all, should I discuss here or should I discuss in
You
person?
can wait only for 2 minutes. I will be sharing
Fine.
everything right here in
Okay,
this
fine,
session.
fine. Thank you.
Okay. Most welcome. Let me take down some other questions. So Selvam says, what is the timing for the classes in the evening? I'll answer to this question, Selvam, just within few seconds. Pradeep says course fees, minimum package. Package, Pradeep, as I mentioned, if you are a beginner, if you're coming as a fresher into the investment banking, uh, on an average between 4 lakh to 8 lakh per annum. This is the industry standard, what the companies are offering. Mr. Sheikh has a question that is, my only concern is I'm pursuing CFO program from now. Okay. Classes attending 10 to 1. How can I attend the program? I have an answer to this, Mr. Sheikh. I'll just explain to you. Manan says, sir, graduation should be from regular college, no matter from where I have done graduation. See, Manan, when we talk about if we are considering big brands, good companies in the industry, if we wanted to target, then yes, from where you have done your academics, this matters a lot, to be honest. But if you are looking for a good opportunity and you are looking for a good career, then only a graduation is something that is more than enough. Okay, then in that case, your institution is not something where the companies will be paying attention to. Pradeep says, I have experience about banking 3.5 years. What is the package? Pradeep, you need to explain about your KRAs, what you were doing into the banking industry. Were you into sales? Because we need to understand whether your past experience will be counted or not. Because investment banking is something that is different. Okay, so Pradeep, sales portion is something that will not be counted as an experience into the investment banking because it is altogether a different job. But yes, understood, understood. But were you the part into the decision making process and the forecasting section? I don't think that that part was there in your job role. Manan says, so sir, what is counted? Into the experience, Manan, you are talking about, if you are somebody who hold a good knowledge upon, I would say, let's say, model creations into the budgeting section, forecasting section, if you have some experience, then that experience is something that will be counted into the investment banking. Okay, great. Hema says, I have 7-year experience in finance domain only. So what is the package? Hema, once again, in finance domain, what were your KRAs? This is something that matters a lot. If you can unmute yourself and if you can share your KRAs, your job areas, what you were doing into the finance domain. Would you like to unmute yourself, Hema? Pradeep says, I have experience into sales operation and investments. Pradeep, as I mentioned, a fresher can expect between 4 lakh to 6 lakh per annum. And more than this, if you have experience, let's say close to 1 year, 2 year, that is countable into the investment banking, then obviously you will be getting a better salary package. This is something which is a company defined process, that what is the budget they are allocating for X profile, what was your performance, and there will be so many factors.
Hey,
Usually,
Harsha this side.
yes,
Hello.
Mr. Harsha.
Okay, I have close to 6 years of work experience in FP&A, financial planning analysis, which you are mentioning about budgeting and forecasting, variance analysis and all.
Mhm,
So does that, includes an investment banking experience? First question.
mhm. Yes, it will be included into it.
Okay. So and also, could you please, elaborate on, the companies that the alumni of IIM Skills have been hired from, that would be great.
Okay, no issues. So for this particular section, what we can do, if you will come down to the IIM Skills website, we have already explained or shared some of the company names, those who have already hired from IIM Skills. Just give me a few seconds. Let me show it to you. so that you will be able to get the kind of clarity. Some of the names you can see on your screen.
Yep.
Okay. Usually, whenever you are talking about the names of the company, a company will always, share the names which you have heard of. So these are
Mm,
the some of the partners of IIM Skills, what the
mm-hmm,
list you can see on your screen. But these
mm-hmm.
are not the only hiring partners of IIM Skills. There are 550 plus partners, those who hires from IIM Skills. There
Yeah.
are new companies, there are mid-sized companies, there are MNCs, depending upon your experience. For an example, you have a great experience, you have great knowledge, then definitely an MNC is something that will be suitable for your profile, right? So yes, you can consider yourself into, any of the partners, those who are actually, setting up the expectations for I would say, the experience holder. So yes, you will be able to fulfill that.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay, so those questions what I have not answered, and I had mentioned that I will be explaining in few seconds only. Let me answer to those questions one by one. So overall course duration for this particular training program will be 5 months. I will come at the top only. The course that I'm talking about, this is known as Investment Banking Master Course. Duration for this training program is going to be 5 months. By the way, this particular training program we are offering in association with MSME, which is a Government of India body. And there is a university, which is a UK based university, Lisbon University. So we have an association with them as well. And a person can even get a certificate from this university, which has a global acceptance, right? Classes will be, we have only one timing, that is every Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. I guess there were two people, those who were asking that, okay, maybe I do not have off on Saturday, and maybe I am not available on Saturday or maybe Sunday. How will I attend the classes? In such case, the process is very simple. Every time when we attend a live class, or when we provide a live class, we always take a backup of that class as a recording. You will have your own personalized account that is called Learning Management System. I'll show it to you. Let's say you are somebody who is unable to attend the classes. So what you can do, you can simply go to your learning management system, go to your courses. You will have only one course in your account, that is Investment Banking Master Course. Here you can see if there was X module, let's say Fundamentals of Financial System and Market, and you had a class due to your office you couldn't attend. You can simply go to this particular module, go with the study material section. After going through with the study material section, you will be able to cope up everything that, okay, theoretically what is there in this module. Later to it, you go to class recordings, and the date you can select. If you will come down at the bottom, you can see the latest date for the same module. You go through with that particular class recording, note down your questions if you have any, and after attending that particular recording, reach out to the support team of IIM Skills, ask your questions and get your questions clarified. This is one way. There is a huge participation that we are getting from the Western countries, let's say UK and USA. So when we are, initiating the classes here in India as per Indian time 10 a.m., there in US it is 12:30 a.m. So they will not be able to attend the classes. So they people are always doing the same part, that they always go through with the overall course with the help of their LMS, with the help of the class recordings, and they are clarifying their doubts directly from the mentors, from the faculties when they are available, like that. And until or unless their doubts are not getting cleared, as I mentioned, the proper support, 101 mentorship will be provided to an individual. So if somebody has a kind of time limitations, then this is the best way how you can complete your course, with the help of the live class recordings and the direct support from the mentors, right? And once you are able to attend the recordings, you will be going ahead with the task and assignments that you have to go through for the same module, like this. Okay. Few more questions. What I just missed out. Evening class time, somebody has asked. As I mentioned, we do not have the evening classes, but other than Saturday and Sunday classes, there will be additional classes which are so-called doubt clearing sessions. These sessions will be in the evening hours, mostly onto the Saturdays and Sundays only, between 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. or maybe sometime from 2 p.m. Every time, whenever the class schedule is there, you will be informed in, I would say, before the class only, so that you can reschedule yourself and then you can attend the classes. Okay. Few more questions. Mr. Sheikh, I have already answered to your question, as you are already running with another coaching. So recording is something. class recording where you will be able to go through with this. Shubham, I have already answered to your question. Selvam, I have already answered to your question, right? Let me give you more details about the training program so that you can actually get more clarity on this part. So within the training program, overall duration, as I mentioned, 5 months. It will take total 300 plus hours of delivery of this particular training program. Okay. Out of which you will be attending, let's say, 175 hours plus of classes and 125 hours plus of, 125 hours of classes and 175 hours of practical that you will be doing. Okay. Certificates you will be able to get around 7 in the overall course, and these certifications have a global acceptance. The most important part, that the LMS section, what I have just shown to you, this is called your LMS. This is called your personalized account. Now the access of this training program from IIM Skills will be for lifetime. Again, this is the beauty. Finance domain is something which is an evolving domain. A lot of new things are coming day by day. Recently, we have even added, let's say, Tableau. There are a lot of new age tools which are getting into the picture. So whenever there is anything new comes up in the market, if you are into the investment banking domain, you will have to update yourself with the latest trends. So even after completion of your course, if there is anything new in the market and you wanted to get yourself updated with it, you can attend the classes as many times as possible without any additional payment. Even after 2 years down the line, 10 years down the line, until or unless IIM Skills is there in the existence, you will be able to access all the latest classes, study material, live classes, live support, everything for lifetime. There is no limit that, okay, there is 1 year access or 2 year access. No, nothing like that. We offer you a lifetime access. If you will scroll down more, I'm sure you have already gone through with the overall details. But one thing which is very important, there are 3 types of offerings that we have into the training program. And these 3 types of offerings will be like, let me show it to you here. These are the 3 offerings. Number one, which is a self-learning training program. If somebody is there who already hold a good exposure or good experience into investment banking, and they just wanted to have a kind of overview that what is going on in the industry, what are the new things in the domain, and you wanted to just have a recap of everything with a certificate, then self-learning program is something that is the best course for you. And this particular training program, I'll just write it down. Self-learning training program is costing 29,900 plus 18% taxes. Total will be 35,282 rupees. Second training program that we have into the offerings, that is the master's training program. Master's training program and job guarantee training program, I'll explain both of these 2 courses together so that you will be able to understand what are the differences and what are the similarities. Master's training program and job guarantee training program, moreover, everything is same. Content wise, delivery wise, you will be attending the same classes, you will have the same batch, everything will remain same. If there is someone who is looking for a job and they need assurance from IIM Skills that after doing your course, it is your responsibility to get me placed and give me the opportunity, then that person can go for a job guarantee training program. And job guarantee training program is costing you 1,49,900 plus 18% taxes. So total fee is coming after including this INR 1,76,882. I'll tell you the difference, why there is a difference into the pricing. If anybody is looking for a job support, that the person is saying, I do not need the guarantee, but I need proper mentorship, proper support for the job, and I can clear the interviews on my own. In such case, that person should go for a master's training program. And this training program is costing you 49,900 plus 18% taxes. And total course fees for this training program goes to 58,882 rupees. Now, what are the main differences? Number one difference, if anybody is going for a job assist training program, there will be a group mentorship that will be provided to you. Let's say there will be a group of 10 to 12 people, and there will be one mentor for that particular group for the job part, for the job assist part. Okay. But in case if anybody is going for a job guarantee training program, there will be a personalized mentor that will be provided to you, and that mentor will make sure that come what may, we will make sure that we are getting you placed. And for that purpose only, we have to, align an additional manpower for you. Number one reason for the difference into the pricing, this is one part. Number two part, there are a lot of people, those who are looking for the freelance opportunities. Into the job guarantee training program, you will have additional classes for the freelance opportunities, but into the job assess training program, no classes for freelancing. Okay, no classes for freelancing. This is the difference number two. Difference number three, this particular training program will have Lisbon University certificate. Okay, this training program will have Lisbon University certificate, whereas this training program will not have Lisbon University certificate. Okay, these are the main differences. Other than these differences, everything is same. Okay, so you need to shortlist that, okay, based on your objective, which course is actually suitable for you. You can choose any of the course and then you can go ahead with it. I guess someone has a question. Course fees. I have, Pradeep, already explained about the course fees. These are the three offerings what we have, and these are the course fees. And to pay this particular course fees, we have the interest-free EMI option available, where you can go for 3 EMI, 6 EMI, and you can get these EMIs on interest-free section. We have multiple lenders who have a tie-up with us. For an example, we have Bajaj, we have a lot of other, I would say, merchants. So we will be able to help you with the let's say EMI part, in case if anybody is looking for the EMI section. Those who are looking for the batch starting from 9th of August, because the upcoming batch we are starting from 9th of August, I am sharing the link directly in your chat box. You can go ahead, use this link and complete your enrollments. Once you will open this particular link, then you will be getting a screen like this. Okay, now which course you are going, let's say if you are going for a job guarantee training program, simply enter the job guarantee training program course fees and provide your details, proceed ahead with the enrollment. Or if anybody is looking for the job assist training program, that is master's training program, provide the course fees and proceed ahead with it. So this is the way how a person can actually enroll into a training program, and this is how the things will be, going ahead with IIM skills. So from my side, this is all what I was actually looking to share with you guys. Selvan, to be honest, we do not play onto the discount part. There are a lot of institutes which offers you multiple discounts just to take your enrollments. We as an institute, we even also, sometimes we offer the discount, but these are only onto the some occasions, like let's say Indian festivals like Diwali or maybe Holi, like that, or maybe the New Year section. But as of now, there are no discounts which management has approved, to be honest. All right, Selvam. Anyone else has a question, guys? I am still available to answer your questions. Great, Selvam. Thank you so much for understanding. Mr. Harsha, Hema, Insha Kaf, Maheshwar, Sahu. Maheshwar, I was also looking a participation from you. Sanatha, if you can also participate.
Yeah, I got all my queries for your session.
Your answer. Okay, so you got all the answers. Perfect. Anyone else has a question, guys? Or you can mention in the chat box. No more questions. Everyone, if you can answer in the chat box, guys. Any more questions? Thank you so much, Insha, for confirming. Perfect. Seems like all the questions got answered. So thank you so much, everybody, spending your 1 hour time with us. And it was really nice doing an interaction with you all. Those who are planning to start from 9th of August, link is already there with you. Those who still have some questions, they can reach out to their mentors. And if someone wants to have a discussion with me, you can ask your mentors. They will help you to connect with me directly. Okay. So looking forward, everyone. Thank you so much once again for giving your time to us. And you all have a good time. And finally, I'm just closing the session from my side. Thank you so much, everyone, once again. You all have a good night.